Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 20. The chapter which we are related with is bank reconciliation statement. As you can see that we are needed to prepare BRS. But at the same time, you can see that this BRS is required to be made with the help of revised cash book. Please note it down. It is revised cash book. And as usual, we have already understood several matters related to BRS, that what we do is to divide this question into two parts. This is your revised cash book which we have already seen in question number 1, from question number 1 to question number 7. Here is old way to make BRS, bank reconciliation statement, and this is your revised cash book. We have learned that only 4 entries would be over here. First, unpresented, uncredited, mistake by bank, and omitted checks. These are 4 entries which would be part of old BRS, and remaining all entries will be entered in revised cash book. Rules are same which has been written over here. If it is debit, rules will not be changed. If balance as per cash book is debit, still it is debit. The only difference is just learn these 4 things: unpresented, uncredited, mistake by bank, and omitted checks, part of old BRS, and all other entries would be the part of new revised cash book. So we are now ready to solve our question. Now another strange thing is happened. You can see that bank balance as per cash book is given at the last stage of the question. It doesn't matter, you will have to take this at start of the question, or you may take it at the end of question. It's not compulsion, but it is better to take your balance at start. So first entry is balance as per cash book. It should be debited, and since this is not among these 4, that is why it would be part of revised cash book. So since balance as per cash book should be debited, look over here. This half part is debit and right side half part is credit. So here we will be writing balance, and that balance has been mentioned as 80,000 written over here. So just write down 80,000 on debit side. Now next entry. We will now come back to first entry, 26 December. Please note it down. This is BRS and we have missed the name and the date. So let's write. This is 31st December 21, and we are going to change old question date December, and now it is 21. Trader's name is perhaps not mentioned. Yes, trader, a trader. It means we are going to write just our traders, or you may write ABC. It's acceptable. Alright, let's go. Let's come back. Now please understand, you are making your bank reconciliation statement till 31st December. Whatever is happening after 31st December, you are not responsible. Please revise what I have said. We are making bank reconciliation statement for 31st December. Any activity after 31st December, we are not responsible for that. Alright. So now here you can see that on 26th December, which is in between this date, check issued. When it is issued, what you will search? Unpresented or uncashed. 38,000 total checks. Out of them, 2 checks of 28 encashed. Please underline this word, encashed. While we were searching for uncashed, UN, uncashed. Here it is written EN, encashed. It means these were cashed on 3rd January. Please note it down. Very important. and very interesting to understand. 3rd January, and now see the date. We are making BRS for 31 December, while these checks were cashed on 3rd January. It means these were not cashed on 31st December. Very simple to understand. I'm repeating the same thing. When you are making BRS for 31st December and you have cashed your checks on 3rd January, it means these checks were not cashed till December, and we were searching not cashed. So 28,000 are not cashed, and as usual unpresented checks or not cashed checks debit, and amount is 28,000. Though there were two amounts, 38 and 28, but only 28 were cashed on 3rd January. That means after our date. So we will consider 28,000 were not cashed or not presented till 31st December. So that is why we have written unpresented 28,000. As you know that in old BRS statement, these four matters would be included and this entry was unpresented. Let's go back. Let's be forward for second entry. A customer, whenever you will see the customer, it means it's good news, he will be paying. A customer had deposited. When he will deposit his amount in bank, our bank account would be increased. Increase in bank account should be debited 5,000. Now question is whether we will write it in BRS or cash book. As you know that in BRS only 4 entries would be written, and this customer entry is not written over here, so that would be the part of revised cash book. So you may write over here customer, and for reference you can write customer deposited. How much amount customer had deposited? That is 5,000. Just put 5,000 on debit side. Why it is debit? Because you can see that customer deposited into the bank, which increased your bank. Trader withdrawn from the bank. When amount is drawn, bank would be decreased. Decrease in bank account should be credited. 14,000 credit. Again question, it would be part of cash book or BRS. Since withdrawn amount is not written over here, only 4 entries would be part of BRS. So that is why it would be entered in cash book. So amount is drawn. So you will write cash and reference you will use drawn. Amount was drawn from the bank 5,000, drawn 14,000. So just write down over here. Trader withdrawn, cash 14,000. Number 4 entry. December check 12,000 was received, entered but omitted. Please note over here, omitted checks should be written over here. So this is part of old BRS. 12,000 received, entered but not sent to the bank. It means when you have received and entered cash book, there was increase, but as you haven't sent that check into the bank, it means that was wrong increase, wrong debit. Now it would be credited. So in front of omitted checks you will write credit, and how much amount that was omitted checks, that is 12,000. Just put 12,000 over here. Alright guys, now we are going to see 5th entry. On 27th December, 700 was credited in passbook. As you know, whatever you will do in passbook, opposite would be entered in cash book. And you can see what an interesting entry it is. A good practice for your brain. But same had been recorded in cash book on 31st December. Look at here. Entry has been credited in passbook and in cash book as well. So what is mistake? So there is no mistake. You can see that whatever is credited in passbook, it should be entered in cash book as well. And he is saying same had been recorded in cash book as well and within that day. So there is no mistake. So you won't enter this entry in either book. You will not be entering this in cash book. You will not be entering this in BRS. Skip this entry. Please understand this. There is no mistake in this entry. So you are not going to enter in any of the book. Leave it, skip it. So all entries we have completed. As you know, there are no uncredited checks. There is no mistake by bank, so you can leave it. Now let's start balancing our cash book. First step is to calculate total of both sides. We have only two amounts on debit sides. Let's take sum, and now sum of credit side, only one amount is present, sum is over here. First step is completed. Now larger sum would be picked and be written on both sides. So here larger sum is 85,000, post over here and put our total sign, and same larger sum would be written at other side as well. Now pick the smaller side. This is your smaller side because 14,000. Write down over here by balance. And how you will calculate balance? By subtracting smaller amount from the larger amount. 85,000 larger amount, and you will subtract smaller amount, which is 14,000. So you have got the balance. Last step is to brought down this balance, and here you will write brought down. And how much balance? Look at here, 71,000 you have calculated, brought it down. So this is your balance. Where you have brought it down, debit side, then you will put it on same debit side as well. This is your balance as per cash book, debit, and how much amount? This is your 71,000, and you will put over here. Alright guys, our cash book has been completed, balance has been calculated, and now we are going to prepare BRS. Step 1, to take sum of all the amounts present on debit side. On credit side there is only one amount. Now take the difference. How? You will subtract smaller amount from the larger amount. Larger amount 99, smaller amount 12,000, and here is 87,000, and look at here, our answer is 87,000. In this way answer is matched. It's time to put the sign of larger amount. Larger amount 99, sign is debit. Now we will write down the answer. You have started this BRS with cash book. Here you will write passbook. Next step is to take opposite sign of this answer, which is credit, and same amount you will write over here. So passbook credit 87,000. Passbook credit 87,000. So in this way our question has been completed. Answer is matched, though solution is in front of you, but still you are very open to share your problem, your questions, your difficulties through messages, text, or you can directly meet to share your problem. I am sure that I'll be available 100% to answer your queries instantly. It's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time, but humbly requesting to revise this question for 3 to 4 times. It's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.